I wanted to share with you my biggest fear, my biggest anxiety in this world. And this is a thought that I have had since I'm a little girl. I don't know why, but God planted it in my heart since I was very young. And I keep seeing myself, in front of this throne, the white throne of God, in the day of judgment. When we are all here, no matter how big we have been in this life, how rich we have been, or how successful we have been, we are all standing there in His mighty power, and we don't even dare to look, because He is too strong for us. He is too mighty. He's too wonderful. And then the book of life is opened, and all of us, we have to pass through judgment. And this day, I think, will be terrifying. It is recorded in the book of Revelation, on chapter 20. Then I saw a great white throne, and the one who was seated upon him, from whose presence and from the sight of whose face earth and sky fled away, and no place was found for them. I also saw the dead, great and small, that stood before the throne, and books were opened. Then another book was opened, which is the book of life, and the dead were judged, sentenced by what they had done, their whole way of feeling and acting, their aims and endeavors, in accordance with what was recorded in the books. I think we should all always have that in mind, in all that we do, so we do not spend our lives doing good, serving Him and loving Him with all our hearts. We tend to lose track of what is really important. We go back, and this world is really doing so that we will lose sight of that, with all those things going on around us, all those news and all those pleasures and activities and amusements, and all this focus on self-empowerment and career and having it good and having kids and everything should be perfect. We lose track of what is really important. What's really important is that one day you will stand before Him, and the book will be open, and you will be sentenced on what you have done. If you have done it for yourself, for this world, for your children, or if you have lived for God and to proclaim His kingdom on this earth. And I think it's a terrifying thought. We should always have this thought in the back of our heads. We also tend to forget that we could die at any moment. That this life is just of a breath. God the Father is good, and because He is good, He's letting you having the next breath. He's letting your heart beat once more, so that you can praise Him, that you can seek Him, that you can feel Him, that you can serve Him. He's giving you opportunities every day of your life. It doesn't matter if you are feeling well or not, if you are rich or poor. You have the opportunity to serve Him at all times. I love this passage of Psalm 39. It starts at verse 4. Lord, make me to know my end, and to appreciate the measure of my days. What it is, let me know and realize how frail I am. How transient is my stay here. Behold, you have made my days as short as handbreadth, and my lifetime is as nothing in your sight. Truly every man at his best is merely a breath. Surely every man walks to and fro, like a shadow in a pantomime. Surely for futility and emptiness is in turmoil. Each one heaps up riches, not knowing who will gather them. And know, Lord, what do I have for and expect? My hope and expectation are in you. Yes, we are in turmoil for futility and emptiness. Yes, we gather up riches not knowing who will take care of them when we die. We should not do that. We should put our hope and expectation in Him. We should always remember that one day we'll be judged, and it could be tomorrow. Are you ready to be judged? Are we ready to be judged? This is my prayer for all of us, that this wisdom will create in our heart, that we will realize that He is our Father, and that it is Him only that we should look at. It is the example of His Son, Jesus Christ, that we should follow, to serve Him in all ways, to let Him have possession of our bodies so that He can use us the way He chooses, to love Him with all our hearts, not to spend a minute not praising Him, to always keep in mind what's important and what's not, the futility and vanity of this world. Please, do not let us be contaminated by this world. Help us, all your saints. Help us to always keep focus on what's important. Renew our mind and help us to see our lives how they are. A breath, just a breath, a futility. We have to keep our eyes on you, always. I pray that we all have this wisdom to keep our eyes focused on Him and on the truth of this wisdom. Our life is so short. I thank you for listening, and I hope that we can all keep each other in prayers so that we will be able to stand in the day of judgment and to get the crown of life. Amen.